Okay, here we go. Okay, guys, welcome back to another installment of business brands, business, and boundaries with your girl Shekinah Holiday and Kimberlyn Jackson. Hey, y'all. Okay, so we just finished what we were. I don't know. I guess we could do it on here. We just finished the co-working session. Did you get done what you said you wanted to get done, or what did you accomplish during our time together?
I did. I got everything done that I wanted to. And what I accomplished is ensuring that my slide deck, agenda links, and Padlets are ready for the orientation that I'm going to be facilitating in this afternoon. So I did that. I also recorded me a content video going over my favorite part from the slide deck and answering a few questions that are going to be posed. So,
Whoop whoop.
yes. What about
You
you?
love a productive girly. Yes, so I was able to plan out my episode for tomorrow. We're going to talk about intentions and the consequences of not having intentions, and some ways that intentionality can positively impact those situations. And then I also was able to get my content scheduled out on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook um, for next week.
Wait, I need a sound effect. I need a sound effect for that.
Yeah,
Very
honestly,
good.
honestly,
Very
having
good.
that calendar really helps because again, like at a week's glance, I can see, okay, I need this, I need a reel, I need a transition reel, I need a dancing reel, I need a B roll, like or exactly what I need and when it goes out. So then I can delete it off the calendar like as I post it and then it clears and so I'm like, okay, my week is good, it's done. So it's very, 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 very helpful. And even when I go
Love
to
that.
record, I can see at a glance, okay, I need XYZ reels in this time. So having that is helpful. It doesn't allow as much depth, maybe, in my content, but I get that I think from my episode clips. So I'm okay with that. Okay, so the question I want to ask today is, and I don't know how it's the question, but we were speaking earlier, kind of, it was coming up in the chat. How much does your partner, or should your partner, or is your partner, or not partner, affect affecting your professional growth? Like how much you consider them, right? Like if you're working, you're doing your co-working, right? And they come in the room, are you get away from me energy, big gone somewhere, leave me alone? Or do you need to take a not need yeah, I'm gonna say need to for the success of the relationship. Okay. Need to take a pause and say, hey honey, how are you? Like how much like ego stroking, or is it just making love deposits? I don't know. I'm asking for a friend. Jazz, how many years you been married? Put it in the chat because you're gonna be the expert um, on this in terms of length of time. But that's just I'm just curious what y'all think.
Okay. So for transparency, I live alone. Okay. But I'm neurodivergent, right? So the ADHD and the hyper focus of it all for me, I don't like to be interrupted when I'm in the zone. Like
Mm-hmm.
it throws me off. I cannot. It takes me a long time to get back into what I was doing. So I am very much like, I'm in this container. I'll be in this container for this amount of time. After I am finished with this container, then we will have time to do whatever we need to do. But right now, I'm in this container because I am very easily distracted and I don't need any help being distracted. So
Big distracted.
for me, I need you to go on somewhere now. I done told you I'm gonna be in here until XYZ time. And I'm gonna talk to you in a little bit. Stop trying to distract me.
Now,
This was my answer.
is there any compromise there?
Yes, if
Because
there's an emergency. If it ain't an emergency, if you're not dying,
what if
don't
it's an
talk to me right
emergency
now. I'm
hug? I
busy.
need an emergency hug.
That's not an emergency.
Says who? What if they're having a really bad day?
Well, that is an emergency. If you're having a really bad day, then we need to like deal with what's happening with your bad day.
And
But if you just coming in here because you want a hug right now, I'm busy. Gone now.
Okay. I think Kim must
What
be an
does this look
Aries.
like for you?
Are you an Aries, Kim? The chat wants to know.
I am an Aquarius,
There
and
we
we
go.
love our space.
She said
Okay,
like me
we
because
love
she
our
ain't lying.
space.
I think I would ideally I could be in those containers. But it's not my reality as the peanut gallery stands over me right now. And I don't hate it. It's not the worst thing in the world, but what I feel bad is because if I am trying to get some things done and I am focused, I do know that my tone, mood, response cannot be nice and it can be sharp and like not the most sweetest pie as I am,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
in that respect it's like go away from me with this Apollo because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to snap on you, but I love you. You know, but if I don't know, but if you could be here and not like we could breathe the same air, I don't mind that. Like, there are some people who like, no, you need to be in a whole separate room, whatever. You can do what you want to do over there, and we could a little, hey, that's cute, but I don't mind a hug or a kiss or something. But then it never stops there, right? That's the problem. It's just.
Cause you're trying to distract me, sir, and that's the thing. Is I feel like it be a conspiracy. Like you trying to distract me, and you have your own ulterior motive that you're trying to
Just leave
accomplish.
me a
And you
kiss.
see, I'm sitting here working now and getting things done.
Yeah,
See,
yeah. Jazz
mm-mm.
said, "My love cup is always empty because I don't need a hug. I need you to take away my task. If you want love from me,
Come
you
on
do this
now.
work." That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's very fair. So, would you say that means your love language is acts of service? You're not a physical touch girly. Is that what the thing is? And see, my problem with the love languages is it's like it's like 20% across the board for all of them,
Of
like
all of them.
23, 25, 24, 22,
Mm-hmm.
19. Like it's like that. So it just depends on the days.
And see,
Spicy over
I
here.
am a physical touch person. Like I really, that is one of my primary love languages is physical touch. But not while I'm working. I'm working right now.
That's
So
fair.
I need, while I'm working,
Okay.
I like because it'll create for me a moment where now I'm frustrated because I'm not getting the things done that I need to get done. And now my list is longer because I feel like you have like come into this space where you knew I had to get these things done and now you in here playing and I have to get this stuff done. It's hard enough already on my own. I distract myself enough already.
Okay.
I
So
don't need help. I
let's say
really don't.
let's take it outside of the actual act of doing a thing and working, right? How
Okay.
much does it come into play,
Mm-hmm.
the consideration come into play when, like, let's say you're doing career moves, you moving trying to move across the country, like, because you have a big opportunity, right? How do you know the line between consideration and just outright, I don't know, relinquishing all desires, right? Like you get a job another state away, or maybe the hours are different, or I don't know, they can now call you after 6 o'clock or whatever. Things are different now, but it may be in your mind a really good opportunity. So how do you balance your needs with those of your
with your
husband? So
partner.
especially for somebody, maybe like Jazz, who has been married 12 years, and 20 years she been knowing the man, right? So there's probably some things he's very accustomed to, vice versa, whatever. But how do you balance them? What do you do? What do you consider in your mind?
I don't know that y'all are gonna like my answers.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
No, I definitely, there
Comes the
definitely needs
machete.
to be a conversation, right?
Uh
I
huh.
think that the conversation is important, and I think that it's important that there are shared goals
Uh
and
huh.
shared views on what we're even trying to accomplish in life,
Uh
right?
huh.
And but also again, I am not in, I'm not married, I'm not in a relationship that requires me to be in the same place with the person that I'm dating or involved
Mm.
with. I'm not considering what that looks like. Like, I'm this is what I'm about to do because this is what's best for me and for the totality of the things that are happening. But also, this
Okay.
is, so let me give full context. Okay, so the person that I am dating lives in a different country. I like it like that. Okay,
Mm.
because I don't want to have
I'm
somebody with me
speaking my
every single
truth.
day. I just don't. Leave me alone. So outside of that though, I also deal with people that are like, I want you to be happy and fulfilled. And so
Correct.
if this is going to help you to be happy and fulfilled, then that's what we're gonna do. Right. So things are said to me like, if you want to move to the moon, then we're going to the moon. That's
Period.
totally fine. Like, whatever is going to make sure that your dreams are coming true, that is what I am here for you to be able to have your dreams come true. And so wherever that is, location, whatever, that's where we'll be. Those are the kind of men that I deal with.
Mhm.
I don't know how to exist, nor do I want to know how to exist in a relationship where I might say to my partner, this is what I feel is best, or this is the best move that I feel that I should make for my career. And they're like not agreeing with that. I don't really know. I don't really know what to do
What?
with that, to be honest. I don't know. I gotta defer to the chat because I don't what? What you just say to me, sir?
Oh gosh.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think okay, so for me, there is consideration that comes up under the assumption we're gonna do what I wanna do, right? Like, how do we make it good for you though? You know? In that, because like we're I'm gonna do it. So how do we make you comfortable with the things? And also though, I think we have to start at the beginning too, because it's like you saying, what kind of people are we dealing with here? What kind of man are we having this conversation with? Because a real one, okay, whatever you want to do. Like, I really don't care too much. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm not having to fight nobody, as long as I'm not having to end up, behind bars, behind the decisions that you're making, and you not giving your body to nobody else, like, really don't too much
Correct.
care. So I think that goes back to the very beginning with who we're deciding and choosing to spend our time with. Because while I hear what you're saying, right, I do think that if there was the right person in your life where you did have to consider these things, I don't think you would not consider them. But I think it would lean more like I'm saying, like, I want to, I don't know. I got hired to do this project and I had to be gone 3 days out of the week. You can come with me. You know what I'm saying? We can set up some FaceTime calls. Like, what do we need to make you comfortable? I think that would be where the consideration like comes into play. You get what I'm saying? But I'm taking the
Correct.
project.
Correct. Right, but I'm about to go do this.
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
know.
this. So
Yeah, I'm taking the
I'm
project.
letting you know I would like you to join me. Hey Erica. I would like for you to join me
Okay.
in this journey, but also I'm not no is not an answer. I'm not asking you for permission. I'm telling you what I'm doing and I'm inviting you to be a part of that with me. But
Yeah.
I'm not in a position for you to say no. I don't what?
Jazz
Wait,
said
what?
he
See, I'm
definitely
not
got
your
on
trad
board.
wife type of.
She said he definitely got on board after 1 year, and now I'm bringing in 6 figures. We're gonna cheers to Jazz, okay? Congratulations, as he should. But that's also another thing too. I think the consideration does come in too with we got the vision, we got the idea, we have the plan, we have the expectation, if you will. We gotta give the men some time to process these things, especially if they are
For sure.
slow processors, and that might come with a no or a buck up or a resistance or whatever however you want to word it at first. But I think that is also the one of the I don't know what's the word. The I want to say the hunts or the missions or the the quests of women that we get to have, is how do we turn that no into a yes? We have, I think there are a lot of,
I don't know that I could be with somebody that's telling me no.
not
What you
telling
mean
you
no?
no, like you say, I want to do this project. I don't really love the idea of
Uh-huh.
it. They're not on board per se. Like,
Uh-huh.
well, what you mean you
Uh-huh.
finna be gone 3 nights a week? Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I know that there are men whose first reaction to things, just because they don't have all the facts, they haven't processed the information, is a resistance towards, but that's what you want to go do. Okay, fine. And there are men who say it like that. Sure, go ahead, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're on board. And it may not be everything, but it might be this one thing, this situation. And
I feel
again,
like we gotta dig. I feel like we gotta dig deeper though, and under the root of what would be the situation. Erica said, "Give men time for what to process." If there was a work opportunity, for instance, that came up that required a different way of living, giving them time to be able to process what that looks like and sounds like. I think again, a conversation needs to be had, right? So, what is the hesitance, or what is the concerns that are present that would be making him say, I'm not really on board with this, right? And for something like, for in this example, I'm gonna be out of the house for these particular times, or I'm gonna be working away, or I'm gonna do whatever. What is your issue with this? What is the thing that is causing you concern? Because it could be a myriad of things of why there is concern, right? So we can talk through that and we can work through that, but at the end of the day,
and I understand, and
I
I
wasn't
hear you.
asking you for permission.
And but that's that what I'm saying, what you're saying, what we're saying is that you saying we could talk through it, we can work through it. That is the process of turning that no to the yes, is what I'm getting at. It
Okay.
may not happen
Okay.
succinctly in one conversation though, also in real life. Like,
Uh-huh.
you might tell me something and it's gonna I don't like it, so I don't want to talk about it, right? Then we have the conversation, hey, the project's coming up. You want to, I don't know. Like, it could be they worried that you're not gonna be safe, or how they're gonna eat meals. It could be something very simple, but
And
there's
stuff like
a
that, you'll figure it out, sir. You'll
I'm
figure it
just
out. I'm not like, and that's what I mean. Like there's not much that somebody can say to me that is going to that's gonna make me, this is the Aquarius in me, this is also, I'm 45, I'm single. And so listen, I'm doing what I'm doing, okay? And I'm just inviting you along for the ride. But I feel like the types of things that might come up for a guy to say, I don't really know what that looks like. Maybe safety. Okay, well, what are your safety concerns? Let's go ahead and talk about that, and do whatever. How the kids gonna get taken care of? How am I gonna eat? I trust that you are a fully functioned adult and that you will figure it out.
But what I'm saying is, I think we cannot give so much credit to the ability to articulate that concern
Uh-huh.
immediately. That is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And because there is not the
That's fair.
ability to articulate the concern, it presents itself as resistance and a no, for lack of better terms. Not that no, you can't do it, but no, I don't agree, or no, I'm not on board. And so through conversations and explaining it, well, these are the rules, this is the security line, this is the access, these are the hours, this is exactly actually where I then again, it quells one's mind, soul, and spirit. But I'm just saying that to say I know that certain opportunities, and again, especially with us, like as creatives and as frolickers and as media, whatever, certain opportunities might be like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? So where do we, and understanding and grace in that sometimes those questions, concerns, etc., are not unchangeable, or like, what am I trying to say? If you're somebody who's like me, as a people pleaser, you want your partner to be like, yes, go ahead, absolutely. But they may have valid concerns. And so, because sometimes they may have valid concerns and they may present themselves as like a not on board, you could be discouraged. Versus, well, let me just see what the genuine concerns are, and if we can work through and talk through them, because I actually really want this opportunity. And not, I am not yourself who's like, well, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I would like a little more alignment in those things. Not that it's a dictation of what I will and will not do, but shit, I would like you to support and understand and agree and be on board.
Yeah.
But I can also see how, if at first you're not, it could be discouraging. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. That's where, reframe, having the hard conversations, asking the questions, really digging in, can be helpful. And that's all I got on
Yeah,
it.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I wanted to grab two comments over here. Jasmine said that was my husband's reservation. I said it's okay. You're their dad. They trust you. And then she said true,
See?
and I show mine better than I can tell him. Showing somebody better than I can tell them, baby, is my life's motto. You understand me?
Period.
You understand? I'm
Yes,
finna
friend.
do what I'm about to do. Okay. Now you can be on board and you can come along and you can be a part of this, or you cannot. And I don't know what to credit that to, but I'm not trad wife. I'm not like I honestly don't care what you think about this. If I have said this is an opportunity for me, that, and if I'm bringing it to you, that means I've already considered all of the aspects of why this would be a good opportunity. So for you to then turn around and not be on board, that is a personal issue that you're gonna need to work through. I'm about to do what I said I was gonna do. Okay. And we can talk about what your issues are and all of that. We can put things in place. Here's my life 360, like whatever else needs to happen. But yeah, no. And that is why I'm also not married. Okay. So
All right. Well, with that being said, y'all let us know. What level how far does consideration go, for your partner when making your career moves? What does that look like, or Are you too considerate or not considerate enough? Or where do you think you fall on the spectrum of consideration in that arena? Let us know. I'd love to hear from you. Is there anything you want to leave the people with, KJ?
The people over here clowning me in these comments talking about I said I didn't tell you to receive feedback actually. Cut it out, Erica. But no, what I would like to leave with the people is I think it is important for you and your partner to be on the same page. I think it's important to have the deeper conversations about the decisions that you're making. And I think it is important to consider how your decisions are going to impact your partner, your family, and all of that. Also, though, I am not of the ilk of denying what you feel is best for your life in order to please somebody else who cannot understand the possibilities. I'm just not. So that would really give me big pause. So if you're in a situation where you feel like you have to ask for permission in order to show up for yourself, that I think needs to be explored about why you feel like that and what those dynamics look like for you. And are you actually okay with that? If you are not okay with that, then you need to be having some real heart-to-heart conversations about what that looks like and sounds like, and find your voice in being able to speak up for the things that bring your spirit joy and the things that are important to you. That's it.
That's all. All right. Well, this has been another episode of Brands, Business, and Boundaries. This week we talked about consideration. So we'll see you back next week. I think I want to start posting these after our this conversation. So you can check old episodes out on Thursdays at 3 o'clock. All right. So on YouTube, if y'all want to catch up on previous convos, check us out on YouTube Thursdays 3 o'clock. Let's talk sis pod. Bye.
And we're here every Thursday from 12 to 2 Eastern. So if you want to be involved in these live conversations, come on down to the TikToks and hang out with us.
I just realized that this @ name is not the right one, but either way. Bye, y'all.